Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV, a news video. In fact, on the back of the latest letter from a producer live, we also got some updates today, the 22nd of July, on the special site for patch 5.3. A link will be provided in the description so you can check this out yourself. In addition to the brand new spoilerific patch 5.3 trailer, which I really suggest you watch in your own time with your own discretion, we also have some other bits as well. You can actually access these on the website by seeing on the right side here, there's actually some green lit up sections. If you click them, it'll take you to the newest the updates. So the first of those is actually the new challenges section, all about the new Alliance raid dungeon for Yorha Dark Apocalypse, and indeed the Puppet's Bunker, which is the name of this particular Alliance raid. It says, the white-robed android 2P awakens at last, but so too does an unforeseen danger to Comra. As Anog and Konog's search for answers grows ever more desperate, the Warrior of Darkness may find greater questions yet await in the core of the Puppet's Bunker. And we have here little highlight links for Yoko Taro and Yosuke Sato if you want to read more about those. Essentially, they've worked on the Nier series, Dragon Guard series. Yosuke Sato has worked on Dragon Quest XI as well. You should know these guys by now, and if you don't, you need to really look them up. There's some very talented creators indeed. Indeed, we also have 4 pictures presented with this. The first one of 2P in her beautiful white dress there, facing off against all of these mysterious characters stood on rocks. This actually looks very Death Stranding to me for some reason. I don't know, it's a similar kind of pose. Whether these characters will be anything other than story related or whatever, I don't know. They do appear to be wearing the armor that you can get from the Alliance raid itself. The reason I know that is the samurai one on the bottom left there is wearing the hat, and they showed in the live letter this gear as well, so I imagine that we'll be able to get most of that ourselves on our characters. The second image is of a very celebratory sort of Tomra, where the dwarfs are running around celebrating. They've got, you know, all these balloons up and things. Very interesting. There also seems to be a beer sort of stand outside of one of the things. Maybe this is like a Brewfest celebration or something. I have no idea, but it'll be exciting to see what happens with the dwarves going forward. And the third image is actually of this crashed space station. If you know anything about Nier, then you'll know all about this. Essentially, it's crashed into this desert area here where the raid takes place, and we'll be jumping from platform to platform on this, you know, smashed up machinery to fight bosses. And of course, one such boss is on this last image. This will be the first boss of this Alliance raid, and looking very cool here in battle. The platform itself is sort of split into 3 major circles and then like vents all around it. You can actually fall off this as well on the outside of the platform, but it does look like the inside has barriers. Whether or not they'll stay there, I don't know. This boss looks really cool though. It's kind of like a big robotic spinny squid thing with lots of blades. Can't wait to face off against that. The Nier raid is always a very big highlight for me. I loved the first one, the Copied Factory, so looking forward to that. So the second updated part is then on the Resistance weapon series for Save the Queen, the Blades of Gunhilda, and it says, the illustrious guard of the Queen Gunhilda has been born anew, their presence fanning the flames of the rebellion. Morale within the Bosjan Resistance has never been higher, and now they would begin their push to reclaim Bosjar in earnest. And we have one picture here, which is actually Bosjar related gear, if I recall correctly. There's some armor you can get in there. This sort of horrible green sort of thing with masks and, you know, I don't know. It looks interesting, to say at the very least. I want to know more about that. Even the Aetheryte itself is green for whatever reason. A lot of the Bosjan gear does seem to be sort of very brown. There is an armor set, I believe, involved in this as well, so we'll have to wait until there's more info on that. Of course, with that, we also get information on the Bosjan southern front itself, and it says, when the Empire first invaded Bosjar, Alamuk Fortress was erected in southern Bosjar, the location chosen for its natural defenses. Alas, the seemingly impregnable stronghold fell, and has since been known under the Garlean name Castrum Lacus Littore. Emboldened by the rebirth of Gunhilda's blades, the Bosjan resistance has begun Operation Eagle's Nest in a bid to regain the most necessary foothold in the southern front. And we have an image here to go with that of this sort of like turret thing with legs. We have one of those Magitech, the Magitech claws there as one of the monsters. We also have Magnaroders and some spiders. And in the distance there on top of the hill is the actual fortress itself, which we'll be taking by force, I believe, in this storyline. There's actually a critical engagement, it's called, where you basically do a large-scale fate boss, and it's actually on top of that hill, so that'll be fun indeed. And that's pretty much it for the updates that are new to the website. Of course, we have the trailer there and all of these images separately at the bottom of the screen for you to check out, and they appear to be all in high res as well. There's no actual extra concept art here, just the stuff we had last time. So I'm really looking forward to patch 5.3. It's absolutely jam-packed with new stuff. For all new updates, news, and everything else to do with Final Fantasy XIV, feel free to check out the channel. Let me know what you think about any of the stuff mentioned today, how hyped you are for the new Nier raid, and I'll see you all next time.